Hello everyone, I hope you're having a good day or night. I'm here on Juniper for our New Year's video. As you can see, my scenery is a little bit different. We have a couple of new things. We have paths now, we have a new arena, and a couple of bridges made. So I'm going to put my GoPro on and I will show you that. My GoPro is on and working. So I'm going to walk you through a little bit of what has changed. Really? Thank you. Mr. Sass today. We have our cattle pen over here. No cattle in it yet, but we did see some wild cattle roaming around our farm. So we're hoping to get some in very soon. If we follow the path this way, we still have our small arena with the poles still set up from earlier. I still haven't taken those down. We have hitching posts on each side of the barn, and we can go this way, and there are paths going all around the barn, a bridge there, and that just leads kind of to the paddocks. You can see Juniper's very messy stall. Anyways, if we come back the other way, good boy. We come back here, easy. If we come over the bridge, we have a new arena, and it is a lot bigger than the old one. I think it's like 10 times bigger or something. Anyways, point is, it is a lot bigger. We also have some trails made, and in this video we will be using the trails, and we'll be going to try a couple of new horses and hopefully buy one of them, but the one that we buy will be up to you guys in the comments. But basically the point is that it will be a New Year's horse, and we'll be able to train it and work with the horse throughout the new year, and I'm really excited to have that. As you can see over here, we have, it's like a little market. It's still like in construction, but they're building like a market. It's just outside of my property, as you can see, and it's gonna have like tack shops, feed shops, all of that. So I'm really excited for that. We can get new tack, which I'm excited about, and other things. Anyways, I'm just gonna warm Juniper up in this arena, basically just taking him for a canter and all of that, and then we'll hit the trails. Alright, I've finished warming Juniper up. Now we're going to head over to the trails, and we will get to go over to the sales barn. Oh, the lag. There we go. got very scared of this pig, and I had no clue why, because he's been around pigs before. We had so many pigs at our old farm, and he never spooked at one of them, so I don't know why he was being so antsy. Maybe just because it's a new property, I'm not sure. But we finally made it to the trails. Once we got there, I got off of Juniper and I led him to go tie him up so we could grab the horses that we were going to try. Juniper was all tied up, and it's time to find the first horse that we are going to be looking at. She was conveniently right next to where I had tied Juniper, and she was beautiful. Really pretty coat. None of them were tacked up, which I really like, as I was scared that they were going to make the horses be sitting there in tack waiting. I will be trying a total of 3 horses today. There are quite a bit more here. There are how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 horses here. So there are quite a few, but I will only be trying a couple of them. I brushed her off, and she was very antsy, which I didn't really like, but obviously something that can easily be worked on. She kept refusing for me to put the bridle on. I kept trying, and she was very, rejective of it. She did not like it at all. But when I finally got it on her, she was really good for the rest of the attack. I led her over to the arena, and it was a very small arena. I'm pretty sure it was either around the same size or smaller than the small arena that we have at our place, so it was very small, and I didn't know if I would get the chance to really get a good ride, but we tried it and it worked out. I took her into a walk, and she had a very unsteady walk. It was not great. She felt very clumsy, I guess you could say, and she looked like she did not really want to do work. She wasn't listening to my signals or aids. She was very unfocused the entire time, but I will say that I did really like her trot. It was quite bumpy and bouncy, but overall it was really nice. She was really nice to ride, although, like I said, she was not listening to me at all, and I felt like I didn't have much control, and that she was very clumsy and didn't really know what she was doing. Although I could tell that she was trying to understand what I was trying to tell her, but she just did not get it. I could tell that she did not have very much training done with her. The arena was a bit too small to take her for a canter, so we didn't get to that part with any of the horses today, but I was glad that we got to ride them in general. I cooled her out and got off, and then I led her over back to her stall. She did very well while I was taking off her tack and brushing her down. Overall, I could tell she was a great horse, but she just didn't really have what I was looking for. But you guys let me know what you think in the comments. The next horse I will be trying is this beautiful bay. It's very good and steady while I was brushing him, and I could see that he was really trying to listen to me and what I wanted. He had no hesitation at all when I was putting on his bridle, saddle, saddle pad, and girth. Although he did have his ears kind of pinned back a little, I think it was just because I was a new person and he wasn't really sure if he could trust me yet, but he was trying his hardest and he didn't buck or anything. I got on him and I could already tell that his walk was a lot steadier and he had a lot better placement of feet and a lot less clumsy. Although I was kind of scared, or I guess more nervous, that he would buck or rear or something, as his ears were pinned back quite a bit. I asked him for a trot and he picked it up with no hesitation at all. He had a very steady, smooth trot, which I really, really liked. For him, I did try to bring him up into a canter as to see how he would react because he felt very unsure. And he completely nailed it. I asked him to slow down and into a walk, and then stopped him. He shaked, and then I asked him to back up, and then we carried on. He picked up his trot again, and then I asked him for a canter, and he decided that it was not a good idea, so he thought it would be great to try to buck me off. We tried again, he picked it up, but this time I could feel he was really a lot less trusting of me, and he was pretty stressed out. In the middle of our trot, he said no thank you and bucked again. So I decided that that was enough and I cooled him out. Overall, I could tell he could be a great horse. He was very steady and calm for the most part, but definitely quite a bit of training needed. The next horse I will be trying is this beautiful buckskin. He is also a lot taller than I'm looking for, but you know, tall is fine in my opinion. I'm more worried about them being shorter than I'm wanting than them being taller. Already I can tell that he's probably going to be bucking just as much as the bay was, but we'll give him a shot. We'll give him a second chance. He had no problems at all with tacking up. He was very good. When I was leading him, I could tell he was very confident and had no hesitation at all. I did get told that he wasn't the greatest in English as he was an ex-barrel horse in the past. But honestly, I wasn't too worried because I thought that it would actually be better that way because, you know, getting him in English, seeing how he would react, making sure he's not any different in English than he is Western is a really big thing in my opinion. And I want to make sure that he feels comfortable in both. Although, like I said, we are training Junie to be a English and Western horse, so we're not really too worried about the discipline of the horse we buy. I picked up his trot. He was pretty bouncy, not quite as bouncy as the first horse, but definitely not as smooth as the bay. He was very, very steady and very good with his feet, and I could tell he felt very, very confident, although he was very strong and wasn't really listening to my hands. When I tried to bring him back down into a walk, I couldn't really get him to slow down He was very strong and really just pulling through my hands and wasn't listening to the rein at all. I tried turning him in a circle, and I think it just made him worse as he did pick up a canter. So I slowed him down from that, but I still could not manage to slow him down from the walk. And I think here I pulled a bit too hard on his face as he did rear, and I don't know, that was probably most likely my fault, but I wasn't very happy with it. He was very sturdy and very confident still, and I could tell his mood hadn't really changed, which is a good thing. He listened very well when backing up and picking his walk back up. Although, like I said, he was very, very strong and quite hard to manage. Off camera, we did get to go over one baby cavaletti jump, and he did really well. Overall, I think all of them were great horses with great potential, and I think that they could all probably use a bit of training, but apart from that, they were all awesome, and I really enjoyed riding all of them. By the time we were back on the trail, it was getting quite dark out, and I have never ridden Juniper in the dark, so I was a little anxious about how he would react, but he went on just fine. At this point, we could see the barn, and I was getting really excited, and Juniper could definitely feel that I was getting really excited, as this is what happened. Yeah. Anyways, he was a bit of a spicy boy today, but that's fine, especially as it is his first time in the night and on the trails, so I was really impressed with how he did overall. And now it is time to set off the New Year's fireworks. Alright, I'm here with Juniper. We're about to set off the fireworks. We're so excited to end the year on a good note. Please let me know in the comments what horse you think would be a good start to the new year. And I will see you all next year. Bye! And with that, 2022 comes to an end.